Alright, this is my double retail Crushing Fist Swordstorm Impale Crit Gladiator. I had used Divine Retribution and made a Divine Retribution build. You can see it on my channel. And one thing I actually kind of liked about it, I still don't like retail skills, so that's still an issue I have with this build. But when I use the chance to have another retaliation skill be usable when you use a retaliation skill, when I was using Glacial Shield Swipe as just a way to apply curses and then also reset Divine Retribution, I find that I bounce back between the two a lot, so I thought, why not use two retaliation skills together? And then Swordstorm, I wanted to just use, and it pairs really nicely with Paradoxica, because Paradoxica does double damage. And then Swordstorm is both weapons, so it always deals double damage. So I'm going to run a map. I'll talk a little bit more about the build after I run through this real quick. I'll do the invitation. We'll see how the invitation goes. I might die in this map.
One of my captors refused redemption. He did not see value in a new life.
Can't do this mistake.
You're glad, so you're blocked. The Garrus is the greatest. The AoE is the greatest.
That stretches the sanity of the mind.
So as you can see, it does pretty dang good damage. And I actually mostly like the build, except I just don't like retaliation. So there's some nifty little tricks. For starters, I'm only level 85. This is just a character I had level for the Divine Retribution build. But there's some cool little aspects of it that I really like. One is this brutal restraint using Nazima, I don't know how you say it, but it gives second sight, which is you are blind. Blind does not affect your light radius, but the most important thing is 25% more melee critical strike chance when blinded, which is really nice tech. Usually that would be pretty detrimental to get over because you can't actually use like unaffected by blind and stuff like that to circumvent this. So you have to eat the blind. So a nifty aspect of all the retaliation skills is they can't be evaded. So this is just 25% more melee crit always. It also, I put it here because I'm already over here. Another one you could go to is maybe doing this one, but I like the unwavering stance. I like cannot be evaded. I don't have any evasion on my gear. The other thing is, so there's that. And then some other aspects of the build. I'm using Admiral's Arrogance because it's just pretty strong. You get to kind of go into rage because of this flow of battle, gain 5 rage on hit with retaliation, so you pretty much always are at max rage. Let's use berserk. It's just rage is really strong for melee attack damage builds. Another great aspect about it is actually the +3 level to all melee skill gems, which is actually kind of insane for especially retaliation skills, because they get so much from gem levels. So this is effectiveness of added edge is 2,805 at level 21. But if you make it a level 24, that goes up almost 400%. That's almost like, you know, I think lightning strike has around 400%. So you're just adding that onto your build. Swordstorm 285 at 24, 21. But you times that by 8, so it's like what? That's almost 25 times 8. That's almost 200. That's almost 2,000%. You know, it's really strong. It's not 2,000%. It's 200%. And the other thing is taking this impossible escape. Eventually, I'm going to take this point for Vanquisher. It's just a solid point. Crushes 4 seconds. Full life enemies. 40% increased physical damage. It's pretty strong. But it lets you hit nomadic teachings. It's pretty solid. +2 all elemental resistances. But the one I really like being able to hit easily is Crushing Reply. Crushing Reply just gives you Fortify. So you always have Fortify, which is really strong. I'm using Ulnatul's Vow to get Expert Retaliation on my on both of my things, so it allows them both to be 6 links. By putting them in the body armor. The body armor is just for some more crit, and then I wanted a little bit of physical damage reduction. If you were kind of min-maxing this, I would go +1 additional curse, and then get mark on hit. Assassin's Mark would be really strong. Or even Poacher's Mark. Any of the marks are actually pretty solid, except the Alchemist Mark. Poacher's adds physical damage, which is very nice, because added physical damage is pretty powerful in this build. Another avenue I had thought about going with that is to go really high life, and then go like blood magic, and then pride, and then go low life with what's that? It's bloodthirst support, which it gives you added phys damage, and kind of do the same concept. The other major thing is, because I'm going Impale, I've nabbed Master of Metal, and then a Pride that gives you the +2 additional hits with Impales. So you have tons of Impales, you get a bunch of added damage from all those Impales, right? So it really adds up all this added damage that Swordstorm really likes, and Crushing Fist really likes, and then it gets doubled by Paradoxica. I'd asked on the Reddit about Crushing Fists. I think it alternates weapons, so every other Crushing Fist will do double damage, so that's kind of a bummer, but that's whatever. And then I just have a high phys rare sword in one hand, and then plus increased physical damage. I actually might try out running it with +2 weapon range, just to give a little bit more area. I don't know how that works with AoE attacks. Well, I've been rambling on too much, so enjoy the video and the build.